Hi Virgo, I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to your mid-November 2022 Money and Career Tarot reading. I do want to remind you that this is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But I do more than appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing to this channel if you haven't joined this Virgo tribe already, and of course leaving me a comment or several down below. Tell me how it resonates, tell me what you're going through, what you are looking forward to even. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. And if you haven't already, do check out your monthly November reading for your money and career. The link will be down below in the description box. As well, don't forget to check out your other placements within your chart for more messages. Let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, let's begin and do some shuffling. We're going to just jump right into the tarot part of the reading and pull from the Gilded Tarot Royale. And I did hear a message as I was transitioning the camera, right, as I was aiming it down. I heard, take a deep breath, Virgo. Everything's working out. Everything's working out. It feels like you've been a little bit concerned in regards to the future of your career recently, or in regards to your finances, or both. But I do feel like there's certain reminders that things are working out in your favor. And the second half of the month, I feel the need to say, is going to feel a lot more peaceful, a lot more relaxing in certain ways. And even though I feel like you will have a bit of a busy schedule, to an extent. The Eight of Swords coming out first and foremost, because I do feel like there's a highlight, a focus on where you're feeling a bit trapped. Is this your home situation? Is it more so at work for you? Could it be both? It's going to depend on you individually from case to case, right? Because every Virgo is dealing with, they're saying different shit, excuse my language, but it's just coming out that way for a reason. But it feels like you just want more control in the work environment or at home or both, wanting to see people get along is what I'm hearing, or you just simply want things to get done in a proper way, in the way that you know it should be done. You having a very wise view on things is what I'm getting, right? Understanding how the work environment should be run, but not really having that grasp on things, right? Not really having that sense of control, not being in an authority position. Does that make sense? I mean, you might be, for some, drawn to this reading, but it feels like for most, you're just feeling as if a lot is out of your control. But I do feel like you're being reminded that if you so choose to make a change as far as replacing or releasing this situation or multiple moving forward, it's up to you, okay? But I do feel like there's so many reasons to celebrate at this time as things are falling into place. And it's in moments of slight frustration or just slight concern, right, that still lingers from the beginning of the month or just the previous months, where Spirit's going to highlight what you should be celebrating at this time. There's a connection between you and two, if not three other people at work, okay, or when it comes to, I want to say your home life, but it feels more work-oriented for the majority drawn to this reading, and that will make things feel a little bit lighter for you, right? A bit of light-hearted, goofy, fun moments. And I do feel like this will help you readjust or just regain a positive perspective on what you're dealing with at this time. Money will flow in as expected, plus a little bit, okay? But I do feel like there needs to be a passionate refresh or restart in one's mind, heart, and soul, your perspective, and a reminder why you began something, moving back in one's mind in a simplistic manner. For some of you, this could be symbolizing representing a new job for oneself, right? Or just a new promotion or position upgrade or pay raise. Interesting. I said it two different ways. But I feel as if there's a lot of speaking for you in the second half of the month, a lot of speaking. And you just sort of, at times, overthinking your wording, or just, did I say that in too wordy of a way? Did I not say enough? It's going to come out the way it's meant to. Just trust that, okay? Just trust that. But I feel like some of you are thinking about a recent ending and how that has affected your finances, or even if it's a temporary ending, right? Whether it was a seasonal job or just it was a switch up in the work environment, or it was a switch up in your living situation. It could be more than one thing for you, and that may make you a little bit emotional at a certain point. But I do also feel like there's a bit of mystery about your energy. Why are you feeling like people are viewing you in that way? But the Seven of Wands definitely speaking upon your second half of the month, because there's a lot coming towards you. I feel like in the work environment, a lot of expectations, heavy workload at times. But for some, especially the business owners, the entrepreneurs drawn to this reading, a lot of positive attention flowing in, even an increase or of when it comes to clientele customers. Just kind of blanked out a bit. But I also do feel as if there's the potential to have certain returning customers, clientele, that will spark some extra income unexpectedly. All right. Even after watching this, I feel like you won't believe that, at least not to the fullest extent. But there's a reminder that you're protected in regards to your money, okay, in regards to the future of your career. I feel like you're not fully, if at all, satisfied where you're working or where you're living, where you have to run your business, or just the amount of success you've been gaining up until this point. It's like, to an extent, in a peaceful view, right? Or just from the desire, stemming from the desire for peace. You kind of want things to slow down, but then you want things to pick up. It shouldn't feel this difficult as the vibe as you transition into the second half of the month. But then again, certain reminders come to be that show you there's no need to worry. There's no need to worry. And look at that from this deck, the Three of Pentacles, as weird as that imagery is, there's a butterfly, right? And a moth, but the butterfly speaking upon how you're transforming through your work. There's going to be a certain moment where you don't feel very seen or acknowledged. You don't feel very much praised by authority figures or just those you work with, or when it comes to your business. And then it will be, whether it's the next day or just rewinding, moving forward a little bit further, you get that recognition, that appreciation, a bit of spark and attention. Very interesting. But I just feel like, again, a lot of communication, having to speak a ton. But it's the second half of November that reminds you, one, completion leads to happiness, right? Making a change, whether it's in your routine, from day to day, while you're working, running your business, you name it, when it comes to certain habits, if you've been overspending, being realistic and mature in that sense, being honest with oneself, right? I feel like you're going to want to be very honest with other people that you work with, live with, you name it. Even those you help, your honesty could come into play, right? Say it's part of your individual business. But I also just sense that you're being pushed to recognize that you're in, or remember, you're in the driver's seat, right? So what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be changed so that you can live a healthier work life, right? So you can feel more comfortable, so you can produce the best quality work for oneself. And that doesn't entail you overthinking or trying to control outside factors, right? That are not within your grasp of control. Does that make sense? You can hear how I'm just wording things so interestingly and overwording, but it's about looking within and just examining one's habits and routines, and that's within your control, right? How do we adjust moving forward? Let's pull from the small money and career deck. Overspending is not going to be an option at this time. Just keep that in mind, even if you feel as if things are adding up savings-wise. Independent success. Yeah, even if you work for a company or you have to work with a lot of people, teamwork being involved, you will find oneself stepping into a true level of independent success, or just feeling that's continuing through the month in general. It's this feeling that you know what you're doing and people are impressed by it, and you just are standing tall in the fact that you can overcome certain obstacles that may surprise you. Okay, for some drawn to this reading. And there's a feeling that you're quite confident due to a past opportunity or just past experiences you were wrapped up with, and that's helping you move towards more for oneself, however that works for you. Beyond talented. Yeah, you're being reminded in certain ways that you have these skill sets that can take you further than people even see at times, or you even recognize or remember. And I just feel like you're also being reminded that you are simply the best, okay? As you do gain abundance left and right. Gaining abundance, my friend. Let's pull a couple more. Yeah, there's passionate success. That's two success cards on either side of the spread. And I really do feel like people are seeing you as somebody who's passionate. And at times that passion is a bit misplaced, or has been if you rewind back. So there's a need to recognize where that would be worth putting forth. Okay, I feel like that was bad wording. But is it going to be worth it to be overly passionate when it comes to this situation at work? Okay, no. So let me refocus that on, re-aim that onto something more productive, okay? But it's the second half of the month where your hard work is paying off, and that is quite evident, okay? And there's true public recognition, especially for those putting yourself on social media. I do feel like there's certain noise factors, whether you work in a noisy environment, live in a noisy environment, both. But I do feel like you're needing to just take a deep breath and separate oneself from what doesn't feel healthy in energy, at least for a temporary time, to recharge, okay, or just to get back to a healthy view on things. But it's this feeling that through this independent success, you're taking charge. Through taking charge, you're gaining independent success, okay? And I really do feel like you're leaving a lasting impression, whether you realize that at all times or not. And that's also helping you gain that recognition. It's helping you succeed. It's as if your voice is being highlighted in so many ways, if I haven't already said that, to the point where people are astounded, okay? 1012, look up that angel number meaning, 1012. Let's pull a couple more tarot. The King of Pentacles, look at that. King of Pentacles, feeling quite grounded in certain ways, especially in comparison to the first half of the month and rewinding back. And I do feel as if there's this focus on your money at times that can be a bit too much. So just remember to go with the flow and allow for oneself to remember things are coming in as they're meant to, when they're meant to, right? And that little bit of extra income here and there will help you breathe easier, okay? But refocus on other important matters at hand, right? To just separate one's desire for more success and more money from time to time, separating oneself from that. Therefore, you can just, in a lighter way, create and develop for your business or for your job. But there's an underlining focus on the fact that you are gaining this wish fulfillment in regards to progression, in regards to being noticed, in regards to people seeing you in a talented light, right? It just is going to feel so good to be at certain points in the second half, to be noticed, okay, in the right light, in a passionate, independent, successful light, in a light where people are listening and tuning in and thinking, okay, Virgo has a passionate voice, has a great view on this, and just knows what they're doing, okay? I feel like I have some spiritual workers drawn to this reading, some tarot readers. But either way, I just feel like you're being reminded where you don't fit in won't last, okay? Any sense of lack is starting to be wiped away step by step, day by day. And allow for yourself to be smart again with your money and with how you migrate through, flow through your work days, okay? Allow for oneself to remember this is the second half of November. It's a period of time for you along your path where you're being reminded you're meant for so much success and financial comfort, period. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the remainder of your month, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Virgo.